This is No Money Mo Money. This tiny potato's been on an adventure to experience everything on the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. But after a night of betrayal and loss, there's only one path left to continue his adventures. A path that will take him I've now got my Machinist. I now have a gun. But I do still need some skills. I probably shouldn't limit myself to level 30 Machinist skills. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of them, shall we? So let's make this baby with a gun be able to pull out a bunch of other stuff like, I don't know, buzzsaws and drills and chemical weaponry and Geneva violations and all that sort of stuff. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. I mean, I know. Point business aimed at enemy, squeeze trigger is not that difficult. Put your soul the Machinist on, already got it. Design on more traditional soul crystals will act as a focal point of the energy conversion performed by the Ethereal Transformer. Yeah, that stupid big old case of Ethereal Transformer at your belt that turns it into all sorts of weird tools. I'm a tiny baby who wants to commit war crimes. Of course I'm good with a gun. What'd you expect? One last target to take down me. Ba-blam, you stupid pirate. Want me to shoot you a couple more times, buddy? And get back to work. Some bloke came around and offered me good money to ship anchor. Yep, someone paid him to abandon us. In the face of the workshop, his boss gonna want the guilt back, I reckon. But he already spent it all on grog. You will instruct every would-be machinist who walks through the door. Great. You're gonna have to work, idiot. What? Don't look at me cross. You just gave me a gun. That's a bad idea. I like that machinists have kind of grown out of pirates who just ran around using guns but like weren't proper machinists. They just ran around using guns as part of their swashbuckling. They didn't go all in on the war crimes until we came along. Many Knights of Ishgard continue to eschew firearms in favor of the spear and the sword. That's because they're stupid. I scarcely bear the sight of my own son garbed in such filthy garments. Oh, shut up. Smithing is a commoner's profession. Even as overseer is the role of the noble. You will reclaim the honor of our family with spear in hand. Nope. Each passing day, soon will come a time when machinists shall form the bulk of our armies. Yeah, probably. Without successes to back your flights of fancy, your arguments ring empty. Best serve your house by returning to the practice field and its claiming victory. House Zamail has sounded a call to arms, and House Hyanard is bound to answer. Our companies are light on lances. If we're to avoid dishonoring our name, every able soldier, mine own son included, must take up spear and sword, and nope, not happening. I have not the disposition for charging into enemy ranks, father. Not raise a coward. No, you didn't raise a coward, but he's gonna shoot people. I hold the authority to expel anyone from this workshop. Parchment, maybe. There's only one chief we answer to, though. It's like, yeah, on paper you can fire any of us if you want. None of us is gonna leave, though. Challenging the might of dragons with spear and sword is the work of seasoned heroes, warriors possessed of unflagging stamina and robust physique. With a firearm, however, even the scrawniest commoner could engage those same scaled demons from afar. Think of it. The masses were trained in the machinist profession, the casualties of Fang and Claw would be considerably diminished. It's like, I don't think the rich, pompous jackasses at the top want the masses trained in the machinist profession. You're basically giving the downtrodden masses the power to create a revolution in this frickin' city. To you, then, that I would entrust the use of my prototype device, the Rook. It's an auto-turret, a type of machinist weapon that fights on its own. Yep, a robot! A robo-drone with a gun. Caught him creeping about near the workshop, up to no bloody good, I reckon. So I sat him down for a friendly chat. He just found someone creeping around and just knocked him down and tied him up. Get popped, idiot. Couth, I suppose I should expect not less for one of Rostenthal's underlings. The vicious brute. Plays haven to villains. Safety of Ishgard citizens of the manufactory must needs be shut down. Instructor poses as the former Commodore of the Knights of the Barracuda. It's a lie. He's a bloodthirsty pirate who murdered his entire crew. Okay, sure, no one cares. This entire city has locked itself off for, like, generations, refusing to interact with the outside. You think they care? More than half that stuff's probably true. I was the Commodore of the Kudas right up until I got kicked out on me arse for making a bloody mess of things. Serious Raoul must have learned of me tarnished past. They offered a fortune for me to accept the job as your master of marksmanship. So they thought the workshop would be ruined once the truth behind me charm and reputation came to common knowledge. I don't take kindly at being some faceless bastard's puppet, so I took their coin and yours and made for the Elds. Not me agreement that says I gotta fight bleeding dragons. Me students will give a better showing without me there growling over their shoulders anyway. Our defensive strategy. I don't care. Pull out my gun and shoot the dragon. Walk to the northwest. Yeah. I just need to protect these 3 guns from the dragon's minions. Focus on taking out these big guys. Swarm the cannon to the northeast. I still can't use Peloton because all these stupid enemies are still listed as, like, fighting me, even though they're 10 miles away somewhere else fighting anyone other than me. Go ahead and pull out Rook to fight. Oh, here comes Farah. Don't have to worry about the cannons as much. Like, even if the cannons are getting taken down, my job is supposed to be taking down Sephirot, right? So, bye, Sephirot. Machinists have carried the day! Huzzah! Impressive display, I must admit. Your commoners acquitted themselves admirably. Terrible din of cannons being fired. But do I hasten out here to fight with the highborn Hyadarts frolicking in the snow with their lowborn lackeys? Oh, stuff it. So mayhap you should enter them in the upcoming tourney. Gladly. I'll gladly enter the tourney and just blast all of these morons with their stupid sticks and swords. The adjudicators will be most impressed when your lowborn rabble is chopped to pieces by the tested blades of noble. Worthless blades of worthless highborn babies who've had everything handed to them on a silver platter? Yeah, sure. I'm sure they can do anything of value ever. Chances, I give you my word, Azys Lla will leave the contest with his pride intact. Okay, then. Should we win, I will have your word that you shall yield the running of the manufactory to me. Cool. I mean, you have a tiny baby with a gun. That's war crimes in the making. I do things that'll make the Archbishop blush with how horrible and, violent and violating of every convention of warfare they possibly are. Mr. Guardians ain't hardly aware that Machinist exists. Why have we so grabbed Lord Tettlegrinch's attention? Because he's a prick, that's why. He's likely noticed that your firearm can kill a man with naught but your dainty little finger on the trigger. Same reason there's laws in Limsa Laminsa will prevent any old drunken Orson from carrying a musket. Ishgard's hierarchy ain't exactly fair and measured now, is it? If you arm the lowest folk on the ladder with weapons like ours, you can be sure as the tide that their barrels will soon be pointed towards them overprivileged bastards who stand at the top. Yet Rosenthal understands it completely. Because you're arming and training the lowborns who've been stomped on by pricks like Tettlegrinch for generations. The first thing they're gonna do is point their barrels at the frickin' noble houses. No money's coming along, maybe you don't need me in the tourney no more. Why do you think that, my dear? I need you now more than ever. Sight of you, a commoner with scant battle experience, sending seasoned knights stumbling and sprawling will open the eyes of the Holy See. Exactly. You're the whole point, Joy. Right? A commoner who's never been trained in combat suddenly just destroying knights by the dozen out there on the tourney field will make people understand what machinists can do. Disaster. Someone's broken into our storage crates and smashed all the firearms. Run off the rest of these thugs before they decide to set fire to the place. Know what to do. Warn and slug shots. Only so as we don't bring the wrath of the Temple Knights down upon us. I like that Rosenthal's idea is like, you only use the warning shots so that we don't piss off the Temple Knights. If we didn't have to worry about the Temple Knights, I'd tell you to blast them in the face and be done with it. Bye, Moron. Please, no, it wasn't my idea. Yeah, I know it wasn't your idea, but you took the job, idiot. If you took the money and you did the dirty work, prepare to get shot by a tiny baby. It has already been done, even after scraping together our spares with less than half the weapons we need for the tourney. Then half will have to do. Boom? What is that? Someone's like... Sounds like someone fired a damn cannon or something. Our turrets. You could send me into the tourney alone with my gun and I could take care of it. We're not forfeiting anything. Lead your fellow machinists to the tourney field and don you masks of supreme confidence. Some mysterious enemy is distracted by your show of bravado. I shall work to replace the damaged firearms. I can craft so many weapons before the contest begins. I could do that. That's easy. Short of it, I could not. Not to my usual exact specifications, of course. Only the four of us must be aware of the poor quality of our replacements. Yep. We'll just make really basic replacement guns. The power of attorney. Power of attorney. So I'll get my 50 gear, my level 90 gear, and then I get Ricochet as well, which is cool. Because having Ricochet means that I now have my full-on burst capability. Like, I have my full overheat setup for burst damage once I finish this and get Ricochet. Joy over there blasting into the sky as she triggers her, like, crazy side. Let's take this Chirurgeon out. Please target literally the dude 5 inches in front of you that I'm pointing at, dumbass. Alright, how are we looking? I'm gonna go ahead and head off and see what's going on here. There's really not a lot of people here at the moment. This is probably for the best. A bunch of these guys are chasing me rather than going for our battle standard anyway, so it's like, okay, let's do this. We'll never know what hit them. It's time to go. Forget all of them. I'm going straight for the battle standard. Flanking maneuver, huh? Watch as your stupid flag gets popped. Look at the difference between our two standards. So huge. Like, they can't even get through our forces to damage our standard. Bye-bye. Like, I'm just over here blasting their standard. Literally no one is defending it while they're over there fighting our soldiers and not even, like, doing any damage to our standard. It's crazy. Novel toys confounded my knights and won you this game of flags. I would see, however, how you fare against adversaries who seek not to break your standards and spill your life's blood. You mean like the dragon we just blasted before you ever even showed up and started acting like a prick? Well, there's no difficulty that machinistry cannot overcome. Of course. Nothing in the world you can't solve by blasting it in the face with a gun. Age of the Machinist has begun! Time to kill all of the nobles with our guns! I mean, help the nobles defend Ishgard with our guns! Yes, that's definitely what I mean. Huzzah, I now have my full burst combo. Okay, today we're going to be getting into something a little fun and interesting. Gods of Eld. This is the Heavensward Trials. This is known as the Warring Triad. This is the further Heavensward Trials, since we really only had a couple of primals throughout the core storyline of Heavensward. This is where the rest of the primals are. Hi, Unuk. I mean, weird, nondescript stranger. Hello there. Oh, hi, Unicall, hi. Yeah, this, Oh, this guy's not really gonna get any character development at all, is he? Yeah, that doesn't come around until post-Shadowbringers you get more character development for him. A rising threat of beings known as Icons. Not of the Primals, with which you're exceedingly well... Actually, you are speaking of Primals. Name by which the Allegans called godlike beings. The dark divinity Odin among them. Oh yeah, I forgot Odin was considered one of, like, the most ancient icons. Mighty beings offered fierce resistance to the Allegan Empire, and then Alleg captured them. Within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. Were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Not unimaginable. Not unimaginable at all. We saw exactly what kind of destruction would ensue if the powers of the Warring Triad ever broke out in Final Fantasy VI. Being the nearest to wakefulness, the icon Sephirot shall be your first adversary. Orion J, I Kryal, I Stola. Eager to lend whatever cooperation we may on your mission. The icon Sephirot, known to the historians of Alleg as the Fiend. Patron deity to a tribe of tree-like beings native to Mericidia. Divide our forces. One team to locate the controls to his shackles and disable them, while the other stands ready to destroy him. Locate them. My words were unclear. Only those blessed with the echo. Oh, he does have the echo, doesn't he? Or something like it. Sanity is touching but unnecessary. Suffice it to say, I am in no danger of falling under the icon's sway. Multiple unauthorized vessels entering restricted airspace. Oh, great. Here come the Garleans. Come around, Jay. We must keep the Imperials occupied. So they're gonna go beat up Imperials while we deal with the gods. Nice to meet all of you random dweebs with the Echo. Let's get to it. To beating up basically Satan. Big old man. Stomp. Does almost no damage. See, this is a normal trial. This is not difficult at all. I barely need to pay attention, but I should watch their health gauges, at least a little bit. Don't need the tank to just suddenly die out of nowhere. Even though our fairies will probably keep him pretty well healed anyway. Yeah, there's the big daddy demon. Just shield up. Hi. That barely hurt us, buddy. These are knockbacks. Just want to make sure not to get blown off the edge while you're being knocked back. Whee! Get launched up while he scrapes the frickin' plate clean. Oh, there's that thing. What are you supposed to do here again? Don't remember. Those are towers. Someone needs to soak him. Doesn't matter because he's dead, so who cares? Ah, big daddy demon. As our purposes align, what matter my affiliation? Exactly. Not ask out of idle curiosity if we were to fight his comrades. Who cares? We're not fighting his comrades. Unu Kalhai isn't even entering the battle zone. You're not even entering the battle zone, so why are you even talking about it, Kryal? Also, we don't need to be able to trust each other. We absolutely do not need to be able to trust each other to work together. That is like the cherry on top of the ice cream. It's not necessary to get the job done. Hello again, 7 doofuses. With the Echo. And one giant blue chicken.
The unenlightened come.
Alright, let's rock this goddess's world. Yeah, no one cares. In.
To me, my faithful.
And then here's the doofus demiurges that I don't care about. In extreme, you kind of need to rock these guys in a specific order, or you run into some real problems. But in normal, they still technically have some special abilities, but it doesn't matter as much in normal.
Come forth, scales of revelation.
And then here comes her special ability.
I would know the weight of your soul.
Really problematic in extreme, because she will definitely use the scales to just drop you right off the edge of the arena.
Can you bring
You have to sort of see where the scales are falling so you can figure out.
I shall tip back
right,
the
like
balance.
she's gonna drop a big one over there, so I think I'm better over here because it's gonna go that way. Is anyone going off? Okay, good. No. In normal mode, I'd really hope no one gets knocked off, but I guess it's not impossible.
Sin must be balanced with suffering.
No, come here, white person. I mean, not white person. That's not what I meant to say. And we're almost done. 5%. Go ahead and blow these ether charges. 1. Don't care about your weights. We're not going to get them. There you go. One pillar of the Warring Triad remains, Zurvan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories, this monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Mercidian beastmen. The facility has been swarmed by Imperial troops. Great, so we're late to the party. It's almost like we shouldn't have been going back and forth to the Rising Stones over and over and over again all the time, should we? Cage doors are open, and whilst you stand here quibbling over who picked the locks, my soldiers are inside the facility risking their lives and their sanity. Delved in the depths of this place and found its technology wanting. These mechanisms have failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Emperor. Regula understands this fact. You don't have to have trust and friendship to build a bond enough to fight side by side. You just need to have a common enemy. All that other stuff is just a cherry on top of the ice cream. Hello, not quite so random doofuses who are coming in here with me because there's story here first. Feed upon ether siphoned into him by his thralls. Then we destroy the devices. Yeah, the soldiers are like half thralled and half not at this point. Even half awake, Zurvan corrupts and converts those who enter his aura. Three of us then, rush in together and each disable a generator. Like, I mean, good luck with that, I suppose? Kryl could sort of fight. She's not very good at it, though. Plus, there's 4 generators, so, you know. Yeah, exactly. See, Regula? There's 4 by my count. If I can avoid the icons of miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one. See? He's like, forget it, I'm going in. Yeah, so it's these weird, like, centaur lizard guys. Are the beast tribe that summons Zurvan. Well, there you go. That was easy. How you doing, kid? Regula. He is very good at that whole, like, dashing across the entire arena in one move thing. Bye, Regula. Foul. Like, you're not standing against a freaking Primal of Eld on your own, buddy. There's a gift too precious to waste, a gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable icons. Nope. Finish this. Slay these leeches upon our star. Well, they definitely turned around on the whole, like, controlling primals. They're too much of a hassle. Like, the 6th Legion is effectively, story-wise, gone at this point. All that remains are random respawning enemies and, like, 2 soldiers. And the last 7 doofuses with the Echo.
We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zurvan now.
For one final primal today. Get off that plate! This is the big thing for this one, is that the plates drop out, and he has some AoEs and stuff like that. Nothing too big. The plates all just sort of drop out slowly, and by the time you get to the end of the plates, you're already at his phase change, really. Just need to get out of the way of these fires. See? Final plate. Sequence complete. Boom, there he goes. And then we drop into the real arena.
Good and evil, the war eternal. My doubt is fled.
A couple of soaring out, and then he soars in as well from those locations. There we go. All shall become ice. And then he puts ice underneath himself, so don't be standing there. Someone is standing right in it.
I shall rise above all. Bear witness to my will.
And then here come the ads. And then he binds us.
Bow to mine infallible judgment.
No thanks. And then up from underneath. Broken seal. And then I already have fire, so I think I need to go to ice. I think that's how it works. I think you need the opposite element. Yeah, needed the opposite element. Why did I take so much damage suddenly? Why did I take so much? Was it because I was standing under him? That makes no sense. That doesn't make sense to me. He didn't have the thing under him, so why was I suddenly taking massive quantities of damage out of nowhere?
If such is my
and done. Born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. That's really the short and long of his story, right? He was born in one of the reflections, the one that we now know as the Void, where the Void sent demons and stuff come from. And the power of light in the Void is super weak, while the power of darkness in the Void is super strong. And so he was not a full-grown adult yet, and didn't have anywhere near enough power of light to fight against the darkness in the Void. Magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Auracite. The energies which bled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. Heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. They turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in ever greater amounts, till one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness. New chapter of New Game Plus. And the Warring Triad is done. But that is enough of that. I've taken down 3 gods tonight. I'm tired. Goodbye.